This is a video about HashMap. It is second video because previous video I explained the basics of HashMap, creating and manipulating. So in this video, I will explain extra things about HashMap, and also I will summarize the basics of HashMap. And original article is here, but I will not mention all of this article, so I ask for your understanding. So I will explain what I can explain. So let's get started. HashMap is a data structure that allows us to store and retrieve the key value pairs efficiently using a given key. So there are methods we can use. So set, get, delete, and property size. So I will explain these methods. First, we can define the HashMap variable HashMap, and we will initialize new map instance. This map is built-in map object in JavaScript, and then we can use set method. To use this method, we can just put name key. We can just say this name, and I will put the value. I put the Tahi as a value. Then in the HashMap, we added one key value pair in the HashMap. And next, get. Instead of this, I will just explain in original article. So this code in this code, these two keys are inserted, name and age, and two values inserted each key for each key. So this is just how to use set method. And next, get method. It is used to retrieve the value associated with the key. So to retrieve the value of the name key, we can write the code like this. So we just use the get method to retrieve the value associated with the name key, and we stored in it the variable name and log the name to the console. Log the value to the console, which outputs John. And next, has method. We can check if the key exists in the HashMap. So in this code, we want to know that if the H key exists in the HashMap. And this method returns a Boolean value, true or false. So stored in it the variable hash age, and also log the value to the console, which outputs true. And next, delete method. To remove the key value pair from the HashMap, we can use this method. So in this example, we just remove the key value associated with the H key. And we can also use the property size to retrieve the number of HashMap key pair number. And then we load also value to the console which outputs 1. So since we insert 2 key value pair, but we remove the 1 key value pair after, and then remaining key value pair is only 1, so which outputs is 1. This is how to use HashMap method. Very simple. And I will explain how HashMap works under the hood in JavaScript. First, we can I will explain with the HashMap class. So first we define the buckets with fixed size array. So which means HashMap has an array of buckets, and each bucket can store multiple key value pairs. And hash function. This hash function takes a key. So when we insert the key value pairs in the HashMap, first calculate the hash code of the key. Since the set method takes key and value to store, so first calculate the hash code of the key and check if the bucket has the data with this index. So if this bucket doesn't have bucket with this index, just create empty array to store key value pairs, and then it store the key value pair to bucket. And next, get method. Also, get method takes a key, and it calculates the hash code of the key and check if buckets at the index exist, and then iterate through the bucket and find the key value pair to find the key value pair. But if the key value pair doesn't exist, just return the undefined. So the performance of the HashMap depends on the quality of the hash function. So the good hash function, the goal of the good hash function is to distribute the key value pair evenly across the bucket. To minimize collisions. So if the hash function's level is low or something, many collisions occur. So to avoid these collisions, we need to develop hash function. And I'm gonna introduce how to use the hash map. First is count occurrences. Because since hash map only have the unique key, so we can count something with hash map. So let's say this code example. This is count occurrences function. This function takes a array as a key. It takes an array. And next code, in the next line, create a new map instance to count the array, and it iterates through the array, and we use the set method. So we insert the element as a key, and we insert the value, we insert the count as a value. So if we use the count occurrences function like this, we can easily keep track of the frequency of each element. And next use case is removing duplicates. It is similar to previous one. So let's see this code example. Remove duplications. This function also takes a array as an input, and just create a instance of map, and also iterates through the array and use the set method like this. Elements as a key and boolean value as a value, and just return like this. Then we can obtain the array of unique keys. So this is how to use the hash map, and I will skip other things. And next is about data aggregation. Yeah, so this is a sales data representing sales data. So each object contains the product as a key, contains the name of the product, and the corresponding sales amount. So we want to aggregate the sales data and calculate the total sales for each product. To aggregate the sales data, we can use hash map. So let's see this code example. Also, we just create a new instance of map. It is sales map, and iterate through the sales data. So first check if the sales map has the key value pair associated with the product key. So if found, we use the set method because it already exists. So what we need to do is just add the value, add the amount of same product sales. So in this code, get method also used. And if it doesn't exist in the sales map hash map, then just use the send method because it doesn't exist in the hash map. And then load the sales map. Then reach outputs like this. So this is how to use the data aggregation. Common things is about unique key. This is about unique key. This is also about unique key. This is also. So the flow of use is similar because they use the fit that hash map use the unique key. And next topic is about performance optimizations. Load factor. Let me explain you what is the load factor. The load factor is a measure of how full the hash map is allowed to get before its capacity is automatically increased. So by default, the load factor is set to 0.75. But you can just adjust this value when you create the hash map instance. So lower load factor means hash map will be resized more frequently, representing which means more space being allocated. So or maybe improve the overall performance of the hash map, but also consume the more memory. And on the other hand, higher load factor, which means hash map will be resized less frequently, which can save the memory, but this higher load factor would lead to might lead to more collisions because they just save the memory. So to optimize the hash map, you can just load factor property when you create the hash map. The next topic is about real-world applications of JavaScript hash map. I will skip this. I will explain the pros and cons of using hash map in JavaScript. First, efficient data retrieval. HashMap is a data structure that allows us to store and retrieve the key value pair efficiently compared to traditional array or object. Uh, in traditional array, they traverse all the possible values, so which has a time complexity O(n). So if the data is very large, that can lead to lower performance. But Hashmap's time complexity is O(1), so it doesn't matter how much the size of the array. So which means it is very highly efficient. And no duplicate case. So as I explained the uses of HashMap, there are no duplicate keys, so we can expect only one unique key exists in the HashMap. And fast insertion and deletion. If you use the array, traditional array or object, you need to find you need to see all the values to find the value you want to insert or delete. So this time complexity is also O(n), but in the HashMap we can insert or deletions which has a time complexity O(1), so it is very efficient. But there are also cons of using HashMap. First is ordering of elements. HashMap doesn't preserve the ordering of elements. They just insert the key value pairs, but it is not about order. So if you want to implement some data structure which have order thing, maybe you shouldn't use the HashMap because the HashMap doesn't preserve the ordering. And second, memory overhead. HashMap consumes the memory to store the key value pairs. So compared to traditional array, it is of course to consume the more memory. So and third is hash collisions. I explained the load factor. If load factor is higher, that can save the memory but led to more collisions. So if the load factor is higher in the HashMap, there are maybe many collisions. So if you don't want the situation like this, you need to concern about the load factor of the HashMap. Yeah. And next topic is about troubleshooting common uses. Retrieving a value that doesn't exist. Let's see this code. First, we created an instance of the map and stored it in the variable hash map. So we insert two key value pairs, key 1, value 1, key 2, value 2. And third key is key 3. So check if the hash map has the this key 3 associated with this key 3. So this is good example of this concept about hash map, because hash map, if you use the set get method in the hash map, and if the key doesn't exist in the hash map, you will just get the undefined, but it is not expected value expect. So you need to, if you want to use the hash map, you need to use like this. First, you have to check the key exists in the hash map, and then you can retrieve the value associated with this key. And if not found, just log the console that key doesn't exist. And second is about overriding an existing key value pairs. Pros of using hash map. One of the pros of using hash map is the no duplicate keys, which means there are no duplicate keys and there are only unique keys in the hash map. So if you want to insert the value which already have the same key, you need to avoid this situation, this overriding situation, you need to also check the hash map if the hash map has the key. So first console log, so you need to know the information that this key already exists, and hash map, and then hash map use the set method to overwrite. But I think this is not best the code, I think, because maybe I think user should choose whether override or not. So if I maybe I'm gonna put the additional code to this line. Well, if user accepted, then we can execute this code. And hash map doesn't have this key. We can just set the key value pair, insert the key value pair. And I will skip these things and I will explain this. Removing a key value pair. If we use the delete method in the hash map, this method retrieves the boolean value, whether this hash map, whether this key value pair is successfully removed or not. So if the deletion was successful, retrieved value is true, and or not, retrieved value is false. So you need to check these things if the deletion is successfully worked. and hash map versus other data structure in JavaScript. It is similar to what I mentioned above. So in traditional array, if we want to find the specific value of this array, we need to iterate through all this array to find the matching key value of pair, like this. But using hash map, we don't need to do like that. We just insert the key value pairs and just use the get method to retrieve the value. So if you use the data with specific unique key, you should use the hash map data structure, and it's not important to use the unique key. You can consider using other data structure. So it depends on situation that you are gonna using something. Yeah, this is about the hash map. So there are so many good things in this article, but I cannot explain all the things. So please understand about this, and thank you for watching this video. And next video, I will solve the LeetCode algorithm problem with the hash map.